So friends, today we are going to learn dynamic routing. For that purpose, I have created this scenario. I will just explain you the scenario. There are four networks. Network A, which belongs to class A. Network B, where we are following class A IP addressing. Network C, which contains class B IP addresses, and network D, which contains class C IP addresses. There are four routers: router 0, router 1, router 2, router 3. Now to connect the two routers, we have to use serial DCE cable. So click on the cable, go to the router, select any serial port, and then go to the other router and select any serial port. Now these two routers are connected with each other. This is how we have connected these four routers with each other with the help of the serial ports. Keep it in mind that you have to connect it with the help of the first step will be configuring of the networks. So in the network, what we need to do, we have to go to the desktop, go to IP address and put any one IP address. Again, keep it in mind that the first address and the last address of the network are reserved as a network ID and broadcast ID, and it is it, it is compulsory. You cannot put it, and it is a tradition to use the dot one ID or the second ID of the network as a gateway. So we will not assign this 72.0.0.1 to any of the IP addresses. So we can assign anything between 72.0.0.1 and 72.255.255.254. We can assign anything between these IP addresses, but we will not assign the three IP addresses 72.0.0.0 and 72.255.255.255 and 72.0.0.1. These three IP addresses will not be assigned to any of the PCs. Now this is clear. This gateway, whatever is the gateway IP address, you have to keep it in mind. Copy this gateway IP address. Same gateway IP address will be there in all the PCs. Okay. Similarly in PC2 also, assign the IP address is same gateway IP address is there, and the same IP address needs to be put on the port which is of the router, needs to be put on the router port through which your network switch is connected. For example, in router 0, FA fast Ethernet 0/0. Click on the router, go to configuration, go to fast Ethernet 0/0 and write here 72.0.0.1 and do not forget to switch on the port. Okay, now go to the next network, network B, click on any of the PC, go to IP configuration, again here 92.0.0.0, 92.0.255, 92.255.255.255 and 92.0.0.1. These three IP addresses are not to be assigned to any of the IP address, any of the desktop, and go to the port to which this switch is connected. Click on the router 2, go to configuration, fast Ethernet 0/0 and put the same address which we gave to the gateway. Do not forget to switch on the port. Then again go to network C, click on any of the PC, desktop, IP configuration. Default gateway is this. We have to put the same gateway address to the other desktop with different IP addresses. Okay, so now go to the network D, and here we are using class C IP address. Go to the desktop IP configuration. Again 192.168.10.0 is the network address. We will not use it. 192.168.10.255, it is a broadcast address. We will not use it. And 192.168.10.1, it is to be reserved as a gateway address. So we will not assign this address to the any of the desktop. Similarly, go to the other desktops and assign the IP address from same network range. And go to router 3. In router 3, go to fast Ethernet port 0 by 0 and paste the gateway address over here. Do not forget to switch on the port. This is your first step in which we have configured all the networks. Step number 2, we have to configure the routers. For that, you have to understand the facts. What are the facts? You can see router R0, router 0 and router 1, they are on one network. So we will assign some network ID to it. That network ID is 10.0.0.0. Similarly, router 0 and router 2, they are on some network. So I have given them IP address 40.0.0.0. This is network address. Router 1 and router 3, they are on one network. So they have been assigned a network address 20.0.0.0. And router 2 and 3, they are also on a network. So they are assigned with a network address 30.0.0.0. What you need to do, you need to assign the IP addresses to the ports. Which ports? Serial ports. Now router 0 and router 1, they are on a network with network address is 10.0.0.0. So we will give one of the IP address to serial port 2 by 0 of router 0, and we will give the other IP address to the serial 2 by 0 port of router 1. So let us go to the router 0. When I go to router 0, go to configuration, go to serial 2 by 0. In serial 2 by 0, I have assigned one of the address of the network. You can assign any of the IP address except first and last. So I have assigned it 10.0.0.2 and subnet mask 255.0.0.0, and do not forget to switch it on. This is an important step. Do not forget to switch it on. Okay. Now go to router 1 and to the serial port 2 by 0, configure it. Go to serial port 2 by 0 and give the other IP address. It should not match with the IP address of the router serial port 2 by 0 of router 0. So there we have given 10.0.0.2. Here we will give 10.0.0.3, and do not forget to switch it on. Now once I have switched it on, you can see our red signals are now became green. That means these two routers are physically connected. Now similarly, for network between router 1 and router 3, it is 20.0.0. Go to the serial port 3 by 0 of router 1, serial port router 1, serial port 3 by 0. Put one IP address. I have from the network 20.0.0.0. I have given 20.0.0.2. Do not forget to switch it on and close it. Now go to router 3 and configure serial port 3 by 0. Serial port 3 by 0, which is connected to this network. You have to keep in mind that which port is connected to which network. So again it is connected to 20.0.0.0. So I have given 20.0.0.3 and switched it on. Now you can see they are physically connected, router 1 and 3. So signals are green. Now again go to router 0, and router 0, one of the network is 40.0.0.0, that is connected to serial port 3 by 0. Go to serial port 3 by 0 and write one of the IP address. I have given 40.0.0.2. Do not forget to switch it on and close it. and again go to router 2, router 2, go to the port 2 by 0. Now here assign the other IP address 40.0.0.3 and switch it on. Okay, now physical network of 40.0.0.0 is also connected. Now router 2 and router 3. Go to router 2, go to serial port 3 by 0 and give one of the address which is 30.0.0.2 and switch it on. Then go to serial port 2 of router 3, serial port 2 by 0, give the IP address 30.0.0.3 and switch it on. Now you can see all these signals are green. So routers are physically. Step 3. Step 3 of our experiment is to provide routing to the routers so that they can follow certain path when packet is moving from one network to another network. For that we will be doing dynamic routing because it is a big network. We will go for the dynamic routing. So what the need is there, go to router 0, click on the router 0, go to the routing tab. In routing tab there are two options, static and RIP. RIP stands for routing information protocol. Now in this network you have to add all the networks which are connected to router 0, 72.0.0.0 and click on the add. Okay, the first network which is connected to this router is 72.0.0.0. the second network which is connected to this router, see on the screen, it is 10.0.0.0 right here, 10.0.0.0 and add, and for it is 40.0.0.0 which is the other network connected to router 0, add. See on the screen again, router 0, it is connected with three networks. First network, network A, which is 72.0.0.0, I have put over there. Second network 10.0.0.0. Third network 40.0.0.0. I have to put only those networks which are directly connected to router 0 and close it. Similarly, go to router 1, routing tab, click on the RIP. Now the three routers are is 170 networks are 172.100.0.0. Okay, good. Click on the add. What is the second network? Second network is 10.0.0.0, add, and third network is 20.0.0.0 and add. To add all the three networks, write the name, go to RIP. So first network is 92.0.0.0, add, then 30.0.0.0, add, then 40.0.0.0, add. Similarly, go to router 3 and go to RIP, and the RIP add 30.0.0.0, then it is 20.0.0.0, add, and the third is network D, which is 192.168.10. Okay, ठीक है. Now all the networks are physically as well as logically connected. This was step number 3. Now step 4, we have to check whether my packet is moving across the network. from one simulation to from one network to another network or not. Again, click on the simulation mode. Click on the simulation mode. So there might be multiple protocols over there. Click on show all oblique none. When none is there, edit filter. Check ICMP protocol and close it. Now take one packet. Check whether that packet is moving from network A to network C. So network D. We will check the packet moving from network A to network D. So I have clicked on PC0, then I have clicked on PC5. Now let us see the simulations. First step, packet is ready. Packet goes to switch number 0, then packet goes to router 0, then packet goes to router 1, then packet goes to router 3, and it is stopping over here. Packet is not moving. Don't worry, it may take 2 or 3 times to find the path. Delete the scenario, retry again, moving packet from PC0 to PC5. First step, packet moves to switch 0. Second step, it moves to router 0. Third step, it goes to router 2. Fourth step, it goes to router 3. You have noted that this time it has followed some different path. And next step, it goes to router switch 2. Next step, it goes to PC5. From PC5, acknowledgement is sent back to switch 2. It is sent back to router 3. It is sent back to router 2. It is sent back to router 0, and it is sent back to switch 0, and it is sent back to PC0, and our communication is